Sometimes, God doesn't bring your soulmate into your life with fireworks. Sometimes it begins quietly, with a moment that feels strangely familiar, a conversation that shouldn't mean much, but stays with you for days. A feeling you can't explain, like your soul recognizes someone your mind has never met. And if you've ever wondered whether God is preparing someone for you, or if He's already started weaving their presence into your story, then listen closely. Because the way God introduces you to your soulmate isn't random, it's intentional, it's divine. And it often begins long before the two of you even realize it. This message is for the person who feels forgotten, for the heart that has prayed, waited, healed, and rebuilt itself more times than anyone knows. For the soul that believes love exists, but wonders why it hasn't reached them yet, this message matters. Because God doesn't want you to stumble into love. He wants you to recognize it, to understand the signs, to see the purpose behind every delay, every closed door, every lonely night. Today we're diving into the 5 powerful ways God introduces you to your soulmate. Not by chance, but by divine alignment. Before Adam ever met Eve, he had a purpose. Before Ruth ever met Boaz, she had a journey. Your soulmate doesn't arrive when you're ready for romance. They appear when you're ready for partnership. Sometimes God keeps 2 people apart, not to punish them, but to prepare them. Maybe you've been healing from a past that wounded you deeply. Maybe you're rebuilding your identity after someone broke it. Maybe you're learning how to choose yourself, so that later you can choose someone else with clarity. This preparation season feels lonely. It feels endless, but it is holy ground. Because God wants to bring your soulmate to a version of you that is ascended ready to be loved the way you deserve. You may meet them when you're not looking. You may cross paths when life feels messy or uncertain. You may reconnect with someone from your past at a moment that feels completely random. But later, you'll understand. God was waiting for the exact moment when both of your hearts could finally hear each other. There's a story of 2 people who lived in the same city for years. Same cafes, same streets, same routines. Yet somehow, never met. Not until one ordinary afternoon when both of them changed their schedules for the first time in months. It wasn't coincidence. It was choreography. When God brings your soulmate, it won't feel like emotional chaos. It won't feel like guessing, worrying, or questioning your worth. It will feel like breathing, like finally being understood, like a quiet, steady. This makes sense, even if you can't explain why. The person God has for you won't drain your spirit. They will calm it. The right one brings clarity. The right one brings stability. The right one brings peace that feels like a prayer being answered in real time. Soulmates aren't just 2 hearts that connect. They are 2 purposes that align. God doesn't just pair people who like each other. He pairs people whose lives can build something together. You may meet someone who isn't just kind, but carries the same fire you do. Someone who wants to grow, contribute, impact, and evolve. Someone who challenges you to rise, not shrink. This connection goes beyond attraction. It feels like destiny whispering. This is someone who will walk beside you in what I've called you to. Sometimes the reason your soulmate hasn't shown up yet is because God needed you to stop choosing people who weren't meant for you. He needed you to grow into the version of yourself that refuses to settle for half love. The version that sets boundaries. The version that recognizes red flags early. The version that knows the difference between attention and intention. Because the moment you understand your worth, you stop misidentifying who your soulmate could be. You stop entertaining people who can't value you. You finally make room for the one who will. Here's the truth most people overlook. Your soulmate's introduction into your life is rarely dramatic. It is spiritual, subtle, perfectly timed. God reveals soulmates the way the sun rises, quietly at first. And then all at once, your paths are guided. Your timing is protected. Your heart is being shaped to love the right person the right way. And when it happens, it will feel less like falling in love and more like coming home. Maybe the delays weren't rejections. Maybe the heartbreaks weren't failures. Maybe the loneliness wasn't abandonment. Maybe, just maybe, God was protecting you from relationships too small for your purpose, so He could make space for the one written into your destiny. What if everything that hurt you was clearing the way for the person who will honor you? What if every closed door was redirecting you to the one door that was meant to open? What if your soulmate is not late, but arriving at the exact moment God planned? Your soulmate is not someone you must chase, not someone you must beg for, not someone you must prove yourself to. They are someone God introduces into your life at the moment when both of you are ready to love deeply, intentionally, and purposefully. So don't lose hope. Don't rush what's sacred. Don't settle for what doesn't feel like peace. Because when God writes your love story, it won't feel forced. It won't feel painful. It will feel aligned. And the moment it finally happens, you'll look back at every delay, every heartbreak, every lonely night, and realize they weren't obstacles. They were the bridge. Your soulmate is coming. And when God brings them, your soul will know what God has written for you will never miss you.